And America has a history of doing that. That's another thing for me. America has a history of helping people. You know, America has a history of going, hey, farmers, we're going to give you subsidies. We're going to help the corn industry. Hey, you know what? All you guys who fought in the war, you come back, we're going to help you. They didn't help the black soldiers as much, but what they did was they said, if you are a white person who has fought for this country, we're going to help you. We're going to help you buy a house. We're going to help you go to school. And for a long time, that wasn't frowned upon in America. It wasn't seen as a handout. It was seen as a boost. It was a normal thing. But now it feels like once that boost is going towards a certain group of people, now there's resistance to that idea. This is not a country of handouts. This is where you work hard. It's like, yes, we all work hard. But it helps when somebody doesn't block the path that you're trying to work hard towards.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the clip. The handout hypocrisy, right? So, I like what Trevor Noah said, but I don't like when people do a certain thing that Trevor Noah did in that clip. And he was like, you know, they help you. You know, if you're farmers, we're gonna help you. Soldiers, we go off to the war, we're gonna help you. They didn't help the blacks as much. It's like, no. Just say they didn't help. Don't do it as much as if, you know, it existed. You get what I'm saying? And we do this because people, for some odd reason, people would rather live the lie of what of the image of what America is and what it was and what it has done and what it's doing in this glazed over, half truth, half lie, throwaway line kind of thing. Like, you know, people dog whistle by leaving the truth out. So, but in the premise of what he's talking about, that's interesting about America, because I think all the groups are the same when it comes to that. Whether it's white, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Asian, whether it's religious beliefs, whether it's, you know, Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, Jewish. Same issue, you know. It's the, as long as you're not black, we can help you. As long as you're not black, you know, you deserve a fighting chance in America. And who was that? It was like a documentary. It wasn't a documentary. It was like a news story on Levittowns, on the building of the suburbs in America. And Levittowns, like I think it started in Jersey. And the older guy was getting interviewed. I want to say it's like 60 Minutes or 2020, something like that. And the guy said, the journalist or the newscaster was like, listen, the reason why you have this suburb is because y'all purposely made a suburb and purposely made sure blacks couldn't even have their own suburb in a sense, or they wrote in laws that blacks couldn't have land that would appreciate in value over the time, basically by redlining, you know. And the older white guy who benefited from it, he knew it existed. He wanted to play stupid because he was older or whatever. He was like, well, God will fix it. And it's like, you going to hell, dog. You going to hell. You going to hell. No. Nobody asked you if you could fix it, but for you to just skip over what happened and just say that God will worry about that. So you get all the benefits you get a lot of benefits from evil deeds, and now that those evil deeds have come to light, you gonna put it off on God. Oh, okay, all right, and that's the issue that happens regularly when you're talking about America helping people. Like I was listening on the radio or to the radio maybe about an hour ago because I had to run an errand, and they were talking about how the government or Joe Biden is pushing for like $24 billion more dollars, I want to say, to send to Ukraine. I was like, when we have these reparations discussions, it's like, you can't have handouts and the government doesn't owe you this and owe you that. And then you have the Indian politician Vivek, who I can't say his name at the particular time, but, you know, Juneteenth is just a useless holiday. We should replace it with something else because, you know, I'm 36 or 37 years old. And the first time I voted was a couple of years ago. And now I'm a politician, but I should know who gets what in this country. But what I do know is if you're black, you shouldn't get anything. And it's like, okay. And then people will say, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And it's like, well, okay. You know, you can do two things at once. You know, they say God helps people who help themselves, but but America doesn't do that. Just for the record, America doesn't do that. America helps people who tries to hurt black people. That's who America hurts, you know. I mean, that's who America helps, not hurts. That's who America helps. It's people who like to try to harm black people. So when I look at the general hypocrisy of it, it's very simple. You know, everybody else gets help. Black America is a handout. You can see that politically. You know, everybody else gets a policy that helps their community. If we want something, we want charity or a handout. You know, we want it's welfare. It's living off of the government's tit. It's like, so we living off of the government's tit, but you getting the money from it, and you feeding yourself off of that money. Okay, you know, it's business. Nah, there's too many shitty businesses out here for it to just be business. I don't want to hear that. So, you know, we have a fundamental issue, you know, in hypocrisy of American capitalism in a sense. You know, because if you're making money doing it, the government wants a piece. But if you want something from that government, that depends on your complexion. You know, that depends on what country you're coming from. So ultimately, man, a lot of this stuff is just a silly game that's being played with silly people who are at the helm. But tell me what you think about that, because I'm going to leave it at that. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch up on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.